Hello guys, this is GFXS. Once again, welcome to GFX family. We believe and I believe that all traders you are doing good. And guys, we really thank you for feedbacks for those people who have been using our system. I'm proud of yourself, guys. Seeing that you are making all your profitable through our system. Thank you for the guys say that now is training all index or step index and is doing a lot, guys. I think very soon I will be sharing the testimony of how people are doing behind this market, guys. We are very happy today to announce that we have managed to program the automated of all our MT5 system. This is good news to all traders. You know, sometimes people struggle to do things manually, and we said as software developers, guys, we will try all our best according to the power that we have been given by the technology, because it's good to go with the technology, not to be left behind, because some years back, people were doing everything, whether in their garden or blah, 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 doing things they were manual. But today, you can see that according to the power of technology, the things have become automated. Many things, guys, whether whether you are driving a car now, you are not driving the manual one, we have the automated. Everything, guys. There is a time people were digging in their garden using their jembe, blah, blah, things like that. But now you can see we have the machine from different countries that things now, according to the technology, the things are becoming automated. And this is why we as a TFX team, we are trying all our best to make things, not only to make them automated, but to make them profitable, and so that you can have something on your table. Guys, today we are proud of ourselves to announce that God has granted us with the grace of converting all our MT5 system into automated stuff. Automated, it's a robot, the EA, Expert Advisors System. This is a hands-free. You do nothing but to set and let the system do all the work for you. The other good thing is that we have now MT5 Renko system manual on the EA. The video will be released very soon. We have the MT5 master. For those people who have the manual, now we have the MT5 master, TFX MT5 master robot, or the EA. From there, we are leading in the forex market because we are the one who have released the MT5, or who have managed to program the MT5 Renko that can trade all index. This means all volatilities or anything that is there in MT5 platforms. Guys, we have the Renko for trading all those things, and it's very sweet trading with the Renko. The good thing is we have also even managed to program the MT5 Renko EA, so things are becoming easier and profitable to all traders. Let me not take much of your time, because you will still watch the videos that will be released from now henceforth, because so every system now is converted into EA. Now, for this video, I just want to show you how to release or to launch this 3D Spike EA, 3D TFX 3D Spike robot. Now, this is how it works. Let's start here. People would like to know how the software works. And this is how the software works. We have managed to program the software that it will be trading support and resistance from any of the time frame that you wish to. This means that if you wish to trade support and resistance from 1 hour, so that the robot will be catching the spike from the signal of the big time frame that you'll be maybe sending, or maybe the robot will be receiving the signal from any time frame that you wish to. Let's say, for instance, you want to trade from say support and resistance from H1. Let's do this. Let's say, for instance, this is boom. boom 1000. This is boom 1000. And boom 1000, we know all boom, we catch the buy spikes. It's we all catch the buy spikes. And let me remove this grid. And you want to catch every spike that will be from this support and resistance, whether from this small retracement or from the big one. This is H1. There is something here called TFX, time frame tester, TF tester. Just double click or attach. You'll find that this is the setting that are there by default. Let me show you and how you'll set them. This means that with the default setting, it will trade even this small retracement from H1. And remember, you can set them even in H4. I will show you in a few moments. Guys, as you can see, we have support here. This means we can catch the spikes in minute one from this place to this one. And remember, this one in minute one, it's a long trade. It's a long trade from this place to this place. And another one, when we are coming from any resistance like this place, the robot will not catch any spike until we get to another support. I just want you to follow this video closely and to understand what I'm trying to say, so that you can be able to set your robot, or you can be able to set it easily to trade whatever you want. Let's say, for instance, we are coming from resistance and we know that the boom, we all catch the buys of the spikes. Now, when we are coming from the resistance, the boom, the spikes will never be activated, or the robot will not buy any spike as long as we are coming from the resistance. But if we are coming from the support, because now here we buy every this is boom, spikes is for buy, it will buy every spike that will be at this area until we get to another resistance. That's a good news. That is professional, guys. We cannot just guess to buy when the market is dropping. You will always buy the boom when the market is going up from support to resistance. And when we get to resistance, then the robot will pause until we get from another resistance. Like, for instance, now it cannot buy because now the market is dropping until we get to another resistance. That is point number one. The point number two, it's how to set this support and resistance. The point number two, it's how to set the support and resistance. And let's say you don't want to trade even this small pullback, you just want to trade from the major supports. You can just change number, just right click to that indicator, or just open that indicator and find that we have time frame period. The time frame period, it's what you select. Let's say, for instance, let's use 30. And the resistance 1 and 2, you will divide by this number by 3. So if it is 30 here, just divide 30 by 3, which is 10 here, and here it is 10. Simple as that. And here down, let it remain 1 by default. Then click OK and see what will change here and which support or resistance that we can trade with that setting. Then click OK. If you click OK, you can see now our arrows already have disappeared from this small pullback, and now we are in the major support, support and resistance, major support and resistance. Now we are out of those small pullbacks that are in the middle of the game. When you set it just like that, you mean that you just want to trade from this area to this area, and from this area, the robot will not activate anything until you get from to this area. Then it will buy. After getting to this resistance, then the robot will pause until when you'll be coming out of again from this support. Now, those are the settings that you are supposed to play with in your demo account until you see what you want. Let's say, for instance, remember, you can change any number here. You can say, oh, let me 60 bar divide by 3, that is 20. Here it's 20. Let's click OK and see where our support and resistance is. Now you can see it disappeared from this place to this place. So this is what you want to trade from minute one. You want to trade from this support to this resistance. So every spike that will be in minute one from this area, the robot will pick those spike. But from here to here, it won't pick any spike. So if you just want to scalp, just use what I will send you by default. You just use what I will send you by default. Then simple as that one. This means that you will catch up every small, even this small retracement, you always catch up them, because maybe you don't have to stay long before you get into the market. Guys, remember, even if you want to trade support and resistance from even from 4 hours, let's go to H4, guys, you can still set them and see if you just want to set to trade the spike being from 4 hours. So the signal, the robot will pick according to your setting. So you don't have only to do this. You only need to set it manually. Then these are the settings that you are supposed to take into robot. Let's say for instance, this is the setting that we are using in H4. So we just want the robot to catch all these spike. Now, I just want to show you how you can set this now to robot. Now, remember, this is up 1, 10, 3, 3, 1. This is our setting in H4. So if it is in H1, know that you are supposed to select it in H1 here, so that you know that you are playing with the setting of H1. Let's say for instance now, because by default it's coming with H1, because that's what I love to do most. So let's say for instance now, this is, you want to trade the resistance and support from H4. Now let's go to robot. Let's go to, this is boom 1000, and we want to trade, remember now we are going to minute one, and we want to trade the spikes being given signal from H4 time frame. Now let's set our robot. This is TFX 3D spike robot. Now remember, this is the setting we have by H1 by default. Now the main trade time frame, this is where you are supposed to set. If now we are picking signal from H4, you are supposed to, from this main trade time frame, select H4. This means the exact settings that are there, which is 10.3.3 in H4, this is what you are supposed to set in your robot. Then from there, the robot will be picking automatically, even without attaching anything in a big time frame. Now the robot will be taking the trades as if you have attached in H4. So in the main trade time frame, you are supposed to set H4. So if you are trading with H1 settings, then remember you are supposed to set there. Even if you are trading with a setting of 30 minutes, this is where in the main trade time frame, you are supposed to set 30 minutes according to the setting that you set manually in minute 30. After getting satisfied, come with those settings and set them here. Now, those are the setting number one. And I believe now you are getting, let's say for instance now, let's go and set crash 1000. And remember, the crash 1000, we always sell. We sell crash, we buy boom. So now let's see the setting. Those are the setting in H1. And let's say, for instance, this is what we want to do. So for instance, when we were at this place now, we were selling all these spikes because we are coming now from this resistance. This is the best of the best system, guys. We are coming out from this, all these spikes that were here for sale, we catch them in minute one for the spike. So if this is what you are using the setting, and remember, you can set any number you set here for the time frame period divided by 3, any of the number until you get what you want to trade from big time frame. So let's say for instance, you still want to trade that one for crash. Now let's go to crash 1000 and set the same setting which are there by default from H1. So if you wanna set for 30 minutes, minute 30, or even minute 20, this is up to you. And see that now I just want to trade this major support and resistance for 30 minutes, not this minor one. So you are only supposed to adjust this one, let's say 14, or let's say for instance, even if it is 60, 20, 20, because 60 divided by 3, there, that is 20. Let's click OK. This means that you'll be trading this one from 30 minutes and say, no, I don't want to miss all this pullback. You will just continue reducing. You can say 15, because 45 divided by 3, that is 15. And see that now you have this major the pullback that you want to trade. So this means that we are trading now the setting of 45, 45 and 15, 15 in minute 30 time frame. So that's what we want to set in our robot. Let's go. Remember now here it's 30 minutes, the main trade time frame, and here it's 45, and here it's 15, and here 1511. So this means that our robot will pick with this setting of 30 minutes, because that's what we set here. Remember always to set here according to the time frame that you want to trade the support and resistance. From that time frame, remember to set it here to the main trade time frame. So this means that our robot will pick the trades, the signal from 30 minutes with this support and resistance settings. Keep that in mind, and I believe now you got it. Now let's go to setting number 2, what you're supposed to do. Now here it is the strategy, it's continuous. Here it is the vector. Now I just want to show you something here, something that will help you a lot. Now in our robot we have 3D and we have 5G and we have the vector. And you know the vector is for scalping, the 5G is for the short trade, and 3D it's for the long trade. Let's see them here, guys. I believe we did it in our manual, but let's repeat in case for those people maybe they are the first time to watch our video. Let's click OK. Now this is the vector that scalp all this every spike according to the direction of the big time frame. Now from 30 minutes, if 30 minutes saying sell, it will sell here. After it will close that trade here. And as long as the 30 minutes still saying sell, then it will catch again this spike from this place. And if it is still in sell, then it will close after the appearance of this arrow. This is what will close those trade. Then it will wait for another sell as long as 30 minutes it's saying sell, until there is a support in 30 minutes. Then it won't buy, it won't sell any signal until when we are coming from the signal. Now that is vector. As you can see, that is vector. Now let's go to the setting of 5G. Let's click OK. The setting for 5G, guys. Let me wait it to load. Setting for 5G, sorry. Let me press it again. Yes. As you can see now, this is our 5G, the green arrow here. If 30 minutes was in sell process, it will sell all the way from this area. It will hold that trade until another 5G. When this another 5G arrow appears at this place, that is when the 5G will close the market from that place to this place. That is for short trade, because if it's for the long trade, guys, it will go far. So remember, if you want to catch up so many spikes according to the direction that is there from the big time frame. You can let the robot hold all those spikes from this area to this area, then that you can use the 5G. And for the 3G, it's far more than this place. So that is according to you. For the vector, it will scalp everything that is in the middle of the game. But for the 5G and the 3D, it will hold almost to the retracement of the market. Now, that's what you can do. And that's what I just want to show you. If you want to trade with 5G, this is where you will select 5G. If you want to select to use the 3D, you will only select their indicator, select 5G or 3D. That's according to you. But when you are doing those small spikes there or scalping, just let it remain vector by default. That's how the robot you can set if you want to use 3D. And remember, you are not supposed to, it's not a must to attach. Everything can remain just there. You just put your set your settings according to what you practice or what you tried in a plain chart. Then after there, you can set the robot. Then the robot will pick the settings of the 3G or 3D automatically from the indicators folder. So you don't have to attach, but if also you want to attach, there is no offense. You can attach them according to the way you want. But if you don't attach them, as long as you give the robot the right setting, it will still pick the trades automatically. Now, let's go to another setting that is very also important to understand. For the first one here, it's about the lot size you can use by default, 0.2, that is by default. Now, let's go for the maximum number of orders that you want the robot to open. Let's say, for instance, you want, if there is a vector here or any of the, let's say a vector here, and you would like, if there is no spike, you want the robot to add more position, you can select the number of the position that you want. So if you want the total of the trades to be 3 trades, you can just select their 3. This means the total trades that you want the robot to open those positions. If there is a maybe it has already detect that there will be a spike, but there were no spike, and then continue dropping, maybe like few candles, then you can select the total of the position that you want. This is the distance of the pips from one order to another. This means that if I select there 5, this means after first position, let me show something here so that you can understand what, let me zoom so you can catch up what I'm trying to say. This means that, let's put here vector. Let's say, for instance, the first vector started blinking at this area, and there was no spike, even if after the vector started blinking at this area. The distance that you want to give in after 5 candles or 10 candles, you want the robot to place another order, because after what we saw is that when you are going with the same direction and there was a detection here and there was no spike, they will not go more than 20 candles without spike. So I would maybe you want to add position so that when there is a spike, it will catch up all the position, the open position at this area, then you'll be in a good profit. So the distance that are there in the robot, it is the distance of the candle. So this means that if you want after first position, the robot to open another position, you can just count 1, 2, 3. Maybe you want after 5 candles or after 10 candles. If there is no spike, then the robot will open another position. Then when it continue going up, another 5 candles without spike, then the robot will open another position. That is according to what you want. But if you want just one position, well and good. But if you want more than one, that is the distance that you set. Let's go to our setting. Now, let's say you want the maximum of 3 positions and you want the gap of 10 candles. This means that after first position, when it goes 10 candles, if there is no spike, it will close out, it will add another position. If it goes another 10 position, 10 candles without spike, then it will add another position. So this is where you set the distance of the numbers that you want. Remember, you count it by candle. So if you set 10, this means after first position, it is 10 candles. So if you set 5, this means in every after 5 candles, the robot will open a new another position. But if you only need one order, just put there in maximum number of orders, you are supposed to select just one. This one is for take profit. The other one is for stop loss. Those you can let them remain by default because the arrow, they will close the trades, not only taking by TP or SL. Now, the other thing that's very important, it is good to activate the stop loss. The other thing here, it is cross buy. What is the meaning of cross buy, guys? The cross buy, when you set the cross buy into true, there is a cross buy candles. This means that, let's say for instance, I just want to give an example. Let's say I have set my cross buy into true and cross buy candles into 50. This means that if there was a vector here detected that there will be a spike and the market continue going up without spiking, after it goes like 50 candles without spike, the robot will close that trade and wait for a new opportunity, or it can start again from there, counting or entering the trade and start counting another new trade. So by setting here 50, you mean that if from the first where the robot started detecting there will be a spike and there were no spike, after 50 candles, the robot will close all the trades automatically. So if I set there 30, this means that from first position, if the market continue goes up without any spike and it goes like more than from 30 candles without spike, the robot will close all those trades automatically. There is a reason why we did this. There is a time we saw that there is a lot of manipulation in the market. Sometimes you set the stop loss or the TP and they don't take, they jump that stop loss and you continue experiencing the drawdown. This is a lot of manipulation. This is why we saw that it is good to put the candles so that you can go, you can count that from the candles. Then after going some candles without spike, then the robot will close that trade automatically. So keep that in mind. This cross buy candle, that means if it continue going without spike, then the robot will close all trades. Now, there is another thing here called cross by zero. When you set cross by zero, this means that for those people who have been trading spike, there is a time it spike only a small spike, and maybe you are in a profit of just few cents dollars, and the market continue going up and never spike again, and continue again spike small, then it continue going up. This now, it will help you that if you are in a profit, let's say for instance, where maybe it spiked just as small after the robot detected that there will be a spike, but there was a small spike, which gives you some profit, but in cents, but the market continue going up. When the profit that if it will turn into zero, instead of giving you the negative, the robot will close the orders when you are in zero. You'll not lose and you'll not gain anything. But this one helps you when the market spike, maybe a small spike, and the market continue going against you. So instead of experiencing or maybe drawdown, this one crossing by zero, it will help you, because if the market turns against you, and maybe you are in a profit and now you are going to, before you go into drawdown, when you reach into zero, then it will close the trades into that zero. No profit, no loss. So that's good for protecting your account. Now, there is another one here called target profit. When you set here a target profit of 1, this is for those people who love to do, maybe to take whatever they see in the market. Maybe I say, I will just want to pick, even if it will be only $2, even if it will be $2 in the market, I just want the robot, if it sees those $2 to close the trades automatic, that trade, the particular maybe index that you're trading. This means that when you are in $2 profit and the market start going against you, when it reaches the profit only for $2, it will close that trade automatically and save your $2. So if you're trading crash 5,000, 1,000, and maybe you want only to secure $2 if anything happens, or if the market will go against you, you are supposed to select their 2, then it can secure your $2. If you select their 1, because it will come with 1 by profit, sometimes the market can leave you far and come on your side, but without giving you a good profit, then the market continue going up or maybe against you. It is good to be safe, maybe with $1 or $2, than to lose or to experience the drawdown. Now, what I want you to understand here, it is this. Let's say, for instance, you are in a profit of $1, or maybe you are in $2, and maybe the market continue going against you. There is this close by 3. This close by 3, you can set it, let's say, like 5 candles. This will also help you when you are in $2 profit and the market continue going against you with 5 candles, then it will close all those trades. Because sometimes the market can be like this place. Let's say maybe you set, like, when you are in 2 profit dollars, then when the market continue going against you, where do you want that market to close? And the incident like this, they sometimes happen, especially with the boom 500 or crash 500. When the market was about to go against you, maybe to reach your $2, then after 2 candles, then there was a spike. So this means that if I set here 5, I will tell this market, even though I'm in $2, I would like this the robot to close the market if I will be in $2 and there will be a 5 candle still going against me, let the robot close those orders. So this means that here, instead of crossing it with $2, there was another spike. But when counting this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe the market was to continue going up, then after 5 candles, which is these 5 candles, and already you're in more than $2 profit, then the robot will close those all orders profit when it goes like 5 candles against you. But we'll continue educating you about these settings until you get it in your mind. But keep that in mind. If you are more than $2 profit and the market continue going against you with only $5, 5 candles, then the robot will close the trades automatically every time. If you set here 5, every time that you're in profit, that is more than $1. Let's say if I select there, every time that I'm in the profit of more than $1, remember, if the market starts going against me with 5 candles, the robot will take the profit or will close those trades automatically. And if they're still going against me and I'm in 0 profit, and maybe I was in cents profits and now I'm in 0, then and the close by zero is activated, then the robot will close the trades automatically. I will not lose and I will not gain. These are the best of the best settings, guys. I just want you to keep them in your mind, because this one, number one, they will always protect your account. You will never blow your account if you know to play with these settings. And don't hesitate to contact us if there is any challenge that will challenge you of these settings, because they are very important, because you can never blow account knowing about all these settings. There is a last setting here close by 4, which is here we can select like 120. There is a time they maybe the market spike, but it's not going in the same direction that you expected, and maybe it can continue turning against you. Though for this system, it's very hard, because remember, we are picking signal from H1 or H4 or 30 minutes. So this means that in case, that is for in case of anything. If you select here, let's say for instance, like 70 or 120 by default, this means that if this market was to drop, and maybe it's not dropping, it's continuing going up, there was some small spike, and maybe you have the setting like for 5G, the 5G is for holding market. So some spike like this one, it won't close any trades. So, and maybe the markets continue going against you, it will count. Let's say for instance, you started picking the trade from this area, and you were expecting this market to drop hugely, but the market, instead of dropping, and maybe your take profit was at this place, then the market continue going against you, then having some small spike. This means that if I select here the 120 from the first position that the robot took, it will count all candles that are there. If they reach 120 and you are not in profit, and maybe there was still a game of consolidation, then the robot can close all those trades and wait for a fresh signal. So this one, it's good to remain 120, or you can select, but 120 we saw in our testing, that is the best of the best. So guys, let me not talk much about anything, but those are the main things and the major settings that are very important to have. And after this, we can still continue educating you how to set these things, because you can never and you will never blow your account knowing about this setting. These small settings here for cross buy, blah 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 blah, these ones are very advisable to catch them, so that you can protect your account. Guys, I'm very sorry for a long video, but it's good to educate you so that you can understand how to protect and to win game, because this system to protect your account, that is 100%, and to win, that is from 90%. Guys, let's continue working together, and we are proud of you. And now this is the system that all spike traders need, so that you can be profitable and make a lot of money, and you always be protected after knowing this one. Any challenges that you will face, don't hesitate to contact us, though we'll continue sharing the videos to help you set the robot correctly. Thank you so much, guys, and once again, welcome to TFX family. We love you and we adore you. Thank you.